Hi guys, today we will be talking about e-portfolios and more specifically why create an e-portfolio and some of the do's and don'ts of creating an e-portfolio. And then we will go into Weebly and I will show you guys just some tips and ways to really enhance your e-portfolios. So first off, why create an e-portfolio? Now that everything today is so technologically based, I think e-portfolios are a great way to display your work. They are an authentic assessment of students' learning and an authentic assessment of the ability to display an individual's work in a proper manner. Additionally, going back to how everything is very technologically based, it's a really good way to have an online presence and make that information accessible. That also ties into our next one, which is convenience. It's very convenient to be able to share a link or put that on your resume. It is a good way to display your strengths and also maybe acknowledge your weaknesses in a way that benefits you. And it's just a good way to inform employers of your goals or aspirations. It's always good to have a little bio on your e-portfolio, and you can kind of say where you see yourself going in the next 4 years or 5 years and just kind of set a platform for yourself. And additionally, it allows employers to learn more about you. So, some of the do's of creating an e-portfolio is to include personal information. This is not just like a black and white resume. This is a way to really show yourself off and display yourself. You want to be creative so that you stand out. Use photos, include a photo of yourself, maybe a trip you've been on, anything that again makes you stand out and ties back to your work. And include your relevant projects or accomplishments, any big assignment or research you've done. It's a great way to display that. Always get your e-portfolios revised by a peer or a coworker or someone that is a fresh set of eyes on it. And always make sure you have your contact information. If someone stumbles along your e-portfolio and they love it and want to reach out to you or inquire about something, you want to make sure there is a very easy and transparent way for them to contact you. So now some don'ts of using when creating an e-portfolio. Um, this is not your personal social media page. Refrain from posting any unprofessional content of any kind. You can have some personal information on there, but make sure it highlights you in a very positive way. Don't use busy fonts or backgrounds. Keep it simple and easy to read. Don't use too many buzzwords or jargon. You want anyone to be able to understand it so they are further interested in you. And make sure you remove any outdated projects or information about yourself. You want to keep it completely up to date. Now we are going to go into Weebly. This is what Weebly looks like from when you log in. So we are just going to go into the ePortfolio and edit the site and go over just some basic components. I know we have covered a lot of Weebly and how to drag text and everything on. So Weebly is very user friendly. It's really easy. You can just kind of drag text and drop it in where you want it. That goes with all of these icons over on the left sidebar. Something that I recently learned is the usefulness of the scribed document tool. If you go onto this page, it gives you a way to not just show links or not just show files, but kind of have a little preview of them, which just really keeps your ePortfolio up to date and looking modern and more interesting to look at than if you were to just see this little thumbnail next to it. Also, Weebly is really great because it has a little like contact thing pre-set up for you, so you can just again like drag and drop that in this contact form right here, and you can personalize it and make it helpful to you. So it's really good to just make sure you have your homepage with your about, include a picture of yourself and a short bio. And about me, this is where you can include those personal goals and maybe some traveling pictures or things that display your values or something like that. Always display your projects in a way that is interesting. And again, I used scribed right here to show my resume. They can download it, but it's also just a nice little preview right here, and some contact information, and then a contact page. So I hope this was helpful and gave you a little bit more insight on how to create an e-portfolio and some things to do and not to do and to keep in mind of why they're so important.